Students, now from today onwards, we'll start exercise 4.1 of chapter 4, basic geometric ideas. Okay, so we'll start with question number 1. Very, very easy questions. At the same time, it is very, very important also. Now, you can see that a figure is given in question number 1. Okay, now regarding this figure, you have to answer all these questions. Now, what is the first question they have asked? 5 points. You have to name the 5 points. That is, this is a point, this is a point, this is a point. So you have to name all those points. So just name it. That is D, E, O, B and C. So these are the 5 points given in the question. Okay, now what is the next thing? A line. So I've already given you the introduction on point, line, what is ray, what is line segment. So you have to name a line. A line means one line. So what is a line? See, this is a line. Fine, this is a line. So how to name this line? DB. Okay, so you will write DB. But since it is a line, so there has to be some symbol. So symbol would be like this. You have to put a symbol of line above DB. Okay, so this symbol represents that or implies that DB is a line. Okay, so this is very, very important symbol, students. Okay, the next question that you have to answer is 4 rays. So you have to answer 4 rays, students. So what is the first ray? Ray means what? Starting point but no ending point. Okay, and on the other side there will be an arrow. You see, this is a ray. Starting point. So this is an arrow. This is a ray. OC is a ray. OB is a ray. OD is a ray. OE is also a ray. Okay, so how many rays we have to name? 4 rays. That is first of all OC. Okay, then OB, then OD and OE also. Okay, now since these are rays, so we have to also give a symbol of ray. How it is? Draw a line and put one arrow only on the one side, not on the both the side. If you put both the side arrow, then it will imply as line. Okay, the same thing we'll do it with this. So this symbols are very, very important. Okay, students, now let's move on to sum number D. That is, you have to name 5 line segments. So line segment is what? Starting point, ending point. Okay, fine. So see, DE. So this particular part you can measure. So starting point, ending point. So we can write DE. 5 line segments you have to write, students. DE. So this is one. OE also is a line segment. Starting point, ending point. Or you can say starting point, ending point like this also. So EO. Okay. OC. Also a line segment. OB is also a line segment. And DB also a line segment. So I guess we have answered 5. We have more line segment, that is EB is also another line segment. Okay, so now since these are the line segments, so we have to also give the symbol. Symbol is like this, only one dash, like this. Okay, so this symbol represents that these are all line segments. Okay, students, I hope you all have understood this question number 1. Now let's move on to question number 2. So this is question number 2. In question number 2, this figure is given that this is a line, and on line we have 4 points are given, that is A, B, C and D. Okay, now what they have asked, name the lines. You have to name all the lines given in all possible ways. Now all possible ways, it's not that only you have to look towards the right hand side, but on the left hand side also you can go for it. That is all possible ways you have to name all the lines. Now lines choosing only 2 letters at a time. That is choosing only 2 letters at a time, not more than 2 letters. Okay, from this line. Okay, now we have to name all the lines which are possible. Fine, so let's start. The lines are, now we'll start with point A. Now point A doesn't have any point on the left hand side, so it has all the points on the right hand side. Also there is no point on the left hand side of point A, so we'll look only towards this side only. So AB is a line. Just a minute. AB is a line. 2 letters at a time you can take. AB, AC, put one comma, and AD. These are the 3 possible lines from point A. Okay, and since they are lines, so we have to again put a symbol like this. So these are the lines possible from point A. Now let's start from point B. Okay, now B has both the side. So on the right hand side it is having C and D, on the left hand side it is having A. So it is mentioned in the question in all possible ways. So first of all we will cover up the left hand side of B. So point B, from point B now we have started. BA. Okay. So left hand side part is done. Now we'll go to the right hand part. BC and BD. Okay. Now again these are lines, so we'll put a symbol on it, over it. Okay. So these are all the lines possible from point B. Now we'll move on to the point C. The point C also have B and A on the left hand side and D on the right hand side. So we have to see on all the possible ways. So the first line would be CB towards left hand side. CA. So the left hand side part is done. Now we'll move on to the right hand side. CD. So these are the all possible lines from point C. Okay. Now from point D, how many lines are possible? So D doesn't have any points on the right hand side, but all the points are on the left hand side of point D. So DC is the first possible line. So DC, DB and DA. So this is also a line. So put a symbol. So these are all the possible lines, okay, that you can make out from this question. Okay, the figure that it is given in question number 2. Okay, so this is a solution of question number 2. Now let's move on to question number 3. Now this is question number 3. In question number 3 we have this figure. Now regarding this figure you have to answer all those questions. Very easy questions, students. Now the first question they have asked is lines containing point E. Now you have to see that which are the lines with not lines, line only. Okay, so which are the line containing point E? Now these are the 3 lines, students. 1, 2 and 3. These are the 3 lines. So you have to check on which line E point is present. So this is a line, you see. So E is here. So this line is containing E point, and this is also a line which is having a point E on it. So we have to name this. AE is one line and FG is also another line. So we have to name this. Now this point is not mentioned in the question, that is point. Okay, so please mention this point as G. Okay, so what are the 2 required lines? That is AE and FG. Okay, these are the 2 lines which is having point E on it. So as these are lines, you have to put a symbol on it, over it. Sorry. Now next question is line passing through A. Now again you have to check which line is having a point A. So this line, no point A. This line, no point A. This line, yes, point A is there. So what is the name of this line? We can name it as AE only. AE. So AE is a line which is passing through point A. Now let's think line on which O lies. O is here. So this is a line which is having point O on it. So how to name this? CO. As simple as this. CO. So as CO is a line, so we have to put a symbol over it. Okay. Now 2 pairs of intersecting lines. So what are intersecting lines? Now suppose if 2 lines are meeting at one point on the C, these 2 lines have only this point as a common. So when you see the lines are intersecting at one point, or you can say the lines which have only one point as a common, so these 2 lines will be called as intersecting lines, students. Okay, that is a multiplication sign. In other way you can remember. So now we have 3 lines. Now you see these 2 lines are intersecting here. So this, and you have to name 2 pairs. 2 pair. So one pair would be this line and this line. They are intersecting at point B. So these 2 are intersecting lines. So we can name this line as AE. Just a minute. AE and CO. They are intersecting. They are one pair of intersecting line. So just put a symbol over it. So this is one pair. Okay. Now we have to name another pair of lines. That is, again, this line and this line is intersecting at point E. So this line and this line is also intersecting line. So AE again, AE and FG. Okay, so this is another pair of intersecting line. Fine. So this is the solution of question number 3. So that's it for today's session. Students, thank you so much. God bless you all and stay blessed.